Okay, so we're going to start with e4 here. Just getting into this very nicely, controlling the center. This is what most people play at any level. Okay, we get a Sicilian here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the center and we're going to simply take that out of here for my opponent. Okay, so we already get a blunder here. See, d6 actually allows me to take here, and then he can't back because then he loses castling rights, right? So you always have to be aware of using your d-pawn for defense of pawns too early. Because now you are just losing your castling rights and there's just not much you can do. Now this level, that kind of intricacy is not necessarily required. As long as you don't blunder, you're going to surpass this level in no time. And so, as long as you use your time responsibly, then it should be very easy for you. So here we can expect, okay, bishop e6. Bishop e6. This is the value move, but it blocks in the central pawn, and this is blocking in the bishop, which is blocked in by the c pawn. You can see how this is a little problematic for him. So here we are actually going to develop this bishop, but not because it's just mindless development, but because we want to castle on the queen side and make use of this open d file very easily with the rook that gets immediately put there. So, of course, we castle with check, and if he puts his knight here, then we're just going to put knight b5, and we should just be winning a pawn due to the fact that we can always trade here, and we'll just have a nice little thing here. Oh, and by the way, I'm not worried about undefending this a pawn at all, because if this bishop ever takes here, I just have b3, and I'm doing very well, because that will trap him in. So here, puts him in check, right? This is what's called intermezzo, or Zwischenzug if you're German. King e8, and then b3, finally trapping the bishop. Now this is not a fully lost piece, of course, because he can do something called a desperado sacrifice, and that is where he acknowledges the fact that he's going to lose the piece, and so because of that, he gets as much use of it as possible before he loses it, and he takes a pawn. And so then he's only down 2 pawns for a bishop, which is, well, it means almost nothing at these levels. Okay, as you can see, this is exactly what happened. I want to turn on pre-moves just for the sake of being able to converse better with the audience. See live, there we are, enable pre-moves. Okay, so this is actually a really bad blunder, because now instead of winning the bishop, I'm going to be winning the rook through a double check, right? Because here, and then that forces him up, right? And then we can go here where his only legal move is capture with rook, and then this, and he still can't save his bishop because he has to make space for the king lest he get checkmated. So we're actually going to play that now, and I'm not going to pre-move it just so you guys know what's going on. But there is really just nothing he can do here. And no, he can't take this knight anyways because it's a double check. So he is forced to here. Because if he takes this piece, he will still be in check from this piece, so it's an illegal move. And he can't interpose anything because it's a knight. And knights cannot over pieces, right? So after knight c7, he's going to be forced to take back with the rook. And then we can trap the bishop again. And, or we could get checkmate with the bishop here, which would just be an amazing thing here. See, there's just so many threats here, and doesn't have a way to combat all of them. There we are. He does actually find the best move, which is f6. So now we're going to trap his bishop with b3. And so after takes, we're just going to be up so much material that our opponent actually might resign here. Okay, so instead of trying to be hasty and win all the material back, we're just going to develop here and cut off the escape square for the king. Okay, see, this is exactly why you do that, because after here, this took away the king's sole escape square, and so here is actually going to be checkmate. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was about the very, very first game of this account, and this was at the 100 rating level. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe drop a comment down below. This has been Blundered Games, signing off.